back across my past. Though missed the time, it went by fast. Things that haven't made no sense. Strange things and weird events. Second guess it and give it a stir. It will bring you back to her. You will make it by living your life. Some things no asking twice. My mind wanders all of my past. So many things I just can't grasp. I feel lost, can't find my way. Looking back, I just got to say, Mr. Gumbo cooking up in my head. It's got me thinking, jumping out of my bed. Ingredients in the back of my mind, mixing up from the front to behind. I'm in the shadows, I'm trying to see the Mr. Gumbo, it's surrounding me. I'm in a place that's the oldest time. Mr. Gumbo, it's an ancient rhyme. I'm living in a mystic gumbo. I can't deny the way I go. It's got me thinking about a mystic gumbo. I'm caught up in the ebb and flow. Stirring up some mystic gumbo. The pot boiling mystic gumbo.
The mystic gumbo, baby. We're all part of it. We're all thrown into gumbo, baby. Anyway, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. It was a pretty good day. Sunshiny and hot and all that good shit. And, oh shit. Yeah, see what kind of day John has when he always forgets to do that one thing. Anyway, G2 was first one to jump in, followed by Kelly Harris, Dorothy Tyndall. Thank you very much, baby. Man from the West, 420. Sam is with us. Cobra Jet Cat, Irene Lambert, thank you, baby. Roger Himmelwright, Franca Slayer, Jeanette Miller, Ann Jacobs, baby, Babs 67. I appreciate you, Benny. Bunny Griffin, Carl Vogel, let me see, Haley Colquitt, Victoria Osborne, Charlie Boy out of shit, Linda Carlson, JBB Forever 41. Yeah, hey, that's me too. I'm forever 41 years old. That's what I'll tell myself. Anyway, Dan Hack is here. Let me grab this and get on down with the business. Shit. Anyway, no, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? See if y'all seen life through my eyes, but don't do that. Don't just hit the frickin' button, John. There we go. Anyway, it is Thursday. What's going on today? Well, the big distraction today to try to get away from the Epstein files was a trip to Fort Knox, you know, so Donnie could go and inspect the construction going on, you know, the big cost overrun that Jerome Powell is just throwing money out the window, just, you know, peeling them off, baby, just throwing them out the window. And so Donnie went there to have a meeting to inspect all the construction there and all that shit. And boy, howdy crap, it was a setup. You know, it was a setup. The minute they came to camera view, Donnie pulled Jerome Powell over there and started talking, and he pulls a piece of paper out of his vest pocket. Yep. Boy, howdy shit. Nothing like being prepared for whatever you're going to talk about. And he did. About the cost overrun. Look at this. Look at all this money you're just wasting here. Jerome, it's right there on the piece of paper. See it right there? He's pointing at it. Yeah, Jerome Powell was looking at more than just what Donnie was pointing at. He looked at the rest of the document and noticed that there was a charge in there for a building that had been completed 5 years ago. And I was trying to think, 5 years ago. Well, shit. Who did that get built under? Yeah. He's trying to take put that on there that was built under the Trump administration, I assume. I didn't look at the construction dates, but it just works out that way if it was completed 5 years ago, you know. And Jerome Powell wasn't going to have none of it, and he pointed that out. And what happens? Taco time. That's right. Trump just backed the shit out of that. And Jerome Powell's doing a fine job. Has no intentions on firing him or anything like that. Everything is peachy keen. Ain't it, Mr. Chick?
Just peachy, John.
Just
or watermelon-y if you're at my house.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. How are you doing,
Lots of
darling?
watermelon.
Hi, Carolyn. John.
I was doing pretty darn good today.
Yeah.
And then I came home and I made
Yeah.
dinner and I sat down to
Yeah.
watch a little news.
Right.
And then I got depressed. So
Oh, fuck. It happens
there's
around here a lot.
little
No matter
babies
what you do.
starving to death.
No matter
John.
what you do. I tried today. If you're on my Facebook page, you see I posted a couple of pictures today of my attempted walk of death. Yeah, my son said, it's a good idea. Hey, Dad, we ought to walk up the new bridge. Well,
Okay.
That's a big bridge.
Yeah.
Not only that, we had to park about a mile. The parking lot on the side to get to this sidewalk, to cross the bridge by foot, the parking lot's about a damn mile from the sidewalk. So we had to park over there. Of course it is. You're walking anyway. Yeah, what's another mile? So we trucked all the way over there. Had to take a break before we actually got on the bridge. And then damn near made it to the top. Almost. But my legs, were giving out. If we had parked closer, I would have been able to make it fine. But we didn't make it all the way to the top. We'll do that next time, I guess. But hell, it was 97 degrees at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So
that's just yucky. Yeah.
Pick a good time to do it, John. Yeah.
Like maybe 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, I'll go with 5:30 in the evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, John slept like a brick last night for the first time in a while.
Oh, good.
Yeah, slept like a log. And long. I needed it. And then I went and ruined it today by trying to walk myself to death. There you go.
Well, maybe you'll sleep good tonight.
My kids, that's what they like to do. Where'd Mitch go? Oh, shit.
Don't know where Mitch went.
Yeah, Mitch was there, and then he dropped out. Anyway, hey, let me thank Lincoln, who came in with a $5 donation and said, I think I heard in the news somewhere that somebody is a pedo. Really? Who might that be?
Who that could be.
I wonder who that could be. Who's the biggest guy in the news nowadays that could be a pedophile? It ain't going away. It's not gonna. But I know. Let me thank Lincoln because he came back right after that with another $2. To let us remind us that Hulk Hogan died. Rest in dog crap. Sad legacy. I'm telling you. Yeah, well, there's that. Yeah, there's that.
But there was also another passing today of note, and that's Chuck Mangione.
Yes, Chuck
Passed
Mangione.
away at 84.
84. Yeah. Blazing a trail.
I had that album, that first album that he came out with that was so popular, but he's phenomenal. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. I don't like looking at that list.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at the list. Yeah, the list sucks.
Well, and we didn't mention it the other day, but Malcolm Jamal Warner had passed away over the weekend. It was an accidental drowning in Costa Rica.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I heard about that.
And we did not mention that, so
and that stimulated the whole conversation with me and my son about me asking him, do you know what you do? He said, yes, Dad, I do. I said, all right, just making sure. What do you do? Swim crossways, because I'm crossways in a riptide.
Oh, right, the riptide, yeah.
Yeah, riptide. I think that's the way they explained what happened.
They made it sound like it was something to do with that, yeah.
Yeah, that he had gotten pulled out in the tide.
That and, exhaustion, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's what'll get you if you try to just fight that tide and try to swim
When he was
back to
swimming
shore.
with his daughter, and she was probably getting tired, and he was trying to keep her afloat. And one other person. It's just a shame.
But it can be a dangerous place.
Yeah.
So you always have to be careful. Anyway. Anyway. Boy, howdy.
So I'm going to fly right into, before we get all the other people up here,
right?
The election stuff. Because
election stuff. What stuff are we talking about here? Because there's a lot of stuff.
There is, but election stuff in terms of we need to get out and vote at everything we can vote at locally. It's so important. We got to start right there locally. All politics is local. And we got to weed out these MAGA things that keep popping up because,
yeah.
So
because
local
it starts
elections,
in your backyard.
local elections on August 5th. That's the next day coming up that has some elections. Arizona has local elections. Iowa has the Oskaloosa, because I like to say Oskaloosa.
Who don't like to say
special
Oskaloosa?
Special municipal election. Right here in Michigan, there's some local primaries that'll be for, again, that's local stuff, not representatives and all that stuff. But no, this is in-state, your local people. South Carolina also on August 5th has municipal primaries. Washington State also on August 5th. Get out there. I know there's some hot topic stuff going on out there. Yep. And that gets us caught up for the first week of August. There's more after that.
Oh, yes.
Just make sure you look. Go in and look. Go to Ballotpedia.
Yeah. Because it makes a difference. They say all politics is local. And right now, Texas is a prime example of that, because right now, in the middle of the season, when the normal time that they do a redistricting, Donald Trump has put pressure on Greg Abbott down here in Texas to have the districts redrawn here in Texas before the midterms, and that would give they're thinking that would give the Republicans 5 extra seats here in the state of Texas.
I think there was a couple of states where they said to keep an eye on what's going on with initiatives to change stuff again. Yeah. And because it's unusual to do
I think we need to do the same thing.
Redistricting, out of sync with,
big
when
state.
it usually
Hell, we can
done.
get 10, 15 new districts out of there.
Yeah.
Is that the game we're going to play?
I mean, usually it's done every 10 years.
Yeah.
And they want to do it in the middle of that. They want to do
after the census.
5 years.
Yeah. After the census, they know how many people's around and how many people need representation. And in a perfect world, in a legal world, in a world where we had ethics, well, that's the way it would be. But we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
And the only other thing I wanted to bring up is maybe rethinking our democratic strategy or lack of strategy, and or how it breaks down. Again, I went to Rachel Beithofer, and she did one called Herding Cats yesterday. Herding cats.
Yep. Yeah. I'm familiar with that term. Go ahead.
But she's she thinks it's broken. Or the Democrats are, kind of broken in terms of how we're doing things, and it's not working. But we keep doing it the same way. Duh. That's the definition of insanity.
Yes, isn't it, though?
Yeah. But
we have to break out of this. I don't know. I wish I did know the answer. I think the answer
I'll give you some possibilities. How's that? I don't know if
ahead.
there's any specific answer, but there's some possibilities for change. So, number one, she says Democrats want to be smart. That's a problem. Democrats are smart people, progressives especially. They value intelligence. They curate it. They showcase it. They want to look smart. And more importantly, they're terrified of looking stupid. This seems like a good thing until you realize that effective propaganda often requires you to say things that sound stupid to smart people. Take this, for example. I say, Republicans want to steal your Social Security. Immediately I get the pushback. Well, that's not technically how the Social Security Trust Fund operates. Yeah, I know. I have a PhD. I understand the mechanics, but voters don't. And frankly...
But they just got a soundbite out of that.
Right?
Yeah.
What they understand is retirement money, and what Republicans want to do is take it all away. That's the simple message there. So give them the simple message. To move public opinion, you have to say things that cut emotionally. You have to speak with moral clarity.
That's all of Trump. That's all of Trump.
Yeah.
That's everything he does.
Well, that's what she's explaining is what works for the Republicans. We have to learn how to do some of what they're doing if we want to get back in the game. You have to speak with moral clarity and rhetorical punch, and that means tolerating a couple of PhD bros on Twitter telling you, well, actually,
Well,
That's
actually,
political Twitter. It's not America. It's a funhouse mirror for ideologues. You are not talking to voters when you post there. You're talking to people who think they are the voters. Democrats, in their obsessive need to be accurate and sophisticated, self-sabotage. They sand the edges off every message. They bury the lead under 400 words of context. Republicans are out there yelling, "They're coming for your kids!" And Democrats are workshopping a 17-point white paper on the child tax credit. Right.
It's all in the messaging, baby.
We overcomplicate shit. We really do.
Well, you know, we went through I guess, a period where we did have intelligence within our system. Let's say that we had a trust or somewhat of the system working to better the lives of Americans and all that stuff. We always knew that.
Yeah, but when you're
some bullshit,
trying to talk to the general public and sway them, sometimes you have to tone it down, guys.
Yeah.
Make it so they can understand
it, yeah. And how do you do that? It's like the dumbing down of America. You know,
it's not easy. I kind of have to do that every day in my house for a certain person that lives in my house who can't help, and I have to stop and remind myself that she will not understand me if I don't keep it simple.
Right.
And you have to work at it.
Yes,
you
keep
do.
it simple, stupid. That's always. But we Democrats have always had a tendency to come back and pick something apart by the bone in an attempt to get real information out and correct the record and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But you're right. It gets
dot
boring.
the I's and cross the T's a little too much.
Every bit of it.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Yep.
So we sit there and call out everything that's wrong with the Republican initiative or something like that, but we do it in such a technical way that by the time we get to the end of it, nobody's watching anymore.
Yeah, they've all fallen asleep or their eyes are rolling in the back of their head or something. Yeah. Right.
So maybe we do need to I don't know what the answer is. I do know that the motivation within this midterm, because that's what this is based on. The midterms are always based on who's got the most motivation to get their ass out and vote. Well, our motivation has to come right now from the things that he's taken a hammer to. Yeah. The way of this country that has been just systematically taken apart. And that's what we need to be outraged about. Because
that's just one of her 4 points that she feels that we're just not up to snuff on. So I don't know if you want to get up to snuff,
baby. Whatever that means. We need to get up to snuff.
Point number 2 is Democrats don't want to be mean. That's also a problem. Point number 3, Democrats have no hierarchy. We're fighting a war with no general. Yep. And 4, Democrats still think facts win elections. They don't.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't. The heart does. Whatever.
And she elaborates on each one of those, but I won't go into them right now.
Yeah.
Because we got hands up and whatnot.
We do.
But yeah, we need to rethink how we speak, how we react.
Let's go with the first one who had their hand up.
And I'd like to see the Democrats are only just barely touching on some of what they should have been doing for a long time with the whole Epstein thing. We're not letting it go. We're not letting it go.
And nobody could let that go.
Just stand on the corner and yell, Epstein!
But on that note today, I can't remember it was a Republican, and he was up there talking, I think it was on CNN, talking to Jake Tapper or somebody, I think. I don't know, I was watching a little bit of it. And what kept running through my mind is how, and I wish I could remember his name, because I think he's a senator. Talking about, well, you know, the American people, their interest lies on the kitchen table, you know, they're not really interested in the Epstein thing. It's important, don't get me wrong, but it's not as important as kitchen table items like the price of bread.
Don't fall for it.
Yeah. And I kept thinking to myself, what? You think nobody can think of 2 things at one time? That we can't have an opinion on 2 things? Or 3?
But yet, do you remember years ago when everybody was all over the birth certificate of Obama?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, he's trying to raise Obama from the grave.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He's on top of that shit. Hello, DJ. How you doing?
Hey, John. It's your chick. How's
Hey.
everybody doing?
Doing fine, brother. How you?
Oh man, I am hot. It was 100 here yesterday,
It's going to be
97
that way.
today,
Yeah.
and I've been out trimming trees with my pole saw,
Well,
and
see,
so
that's
I
what you
was.
do when it gets hot. You go do shit that's going to make you sweat. That's what I did today.
Oh,
Oh, it's hot. Let's
did
go
I
fucking
sweat?
work our ass off. Shit.
And man, I really sweated. Still, I'm not. After your show, I got to go jump in the shower because man,
Because I'm
it
that
is
hot,
hot
right?
out there.
Yeah, I know it. There you
Yeah,
go, buddy. Yeah,
I
that's it.
mean,
I
100
understand. I get
degrees.
it all the time.
Um, I was, thinking about all the stuff you were mentioning in the introduction here. One of them is that I read an article about Ghislaine today, and Ghislaine is having a fit because she thinks she's going to be murdered. She
Oh, I get a
believes
little
that she's
upset
gonna-
about that.
Why would she be
Well, she's-
concerned?
Well, I don't know. Epstein committed suicide, right?
Allegedly.
Long pause
Not
in that
according to
answer
her.
whilst I think.
Not
Yeah.
according to her. She swears up and down he was murdered, and she has been talking
Well,
to
let's
different.
get to it. I think
uh,
most of us believe he was murdered because of the circumstances around. He was on suicide watch. They were supposed to watch him all the time. And oh, lo and behold, the two guards that were there just had a break or some shit. They not watching the cameras or something, and he knew it, and they took
Yeah.
it. Bullshit.
a Jeffrey Dahmer
Bullshit.
thing. You know.
It's,
But the thing about it is, she is just making sure that everybody knows, because she's hoping that if she makes it public enough, it won't happen. In fact, I think she has a
she's
brother.
hoping
Ian.
she's going to get a pardon out of it. If
Well,
there's
yeah,
some
that
kind
too,
of
but
deal struck, it's going to be because she's going to get a pardon, and the deal will be Donald Trump was never around anything ever, never, ever, ever, never.
Well, she is
Never.
going to testify before Congress. One thing. The other thing is the Attorney General and her second in command, Toady, are going to meet with her, and she's afraid to meet with him. She's actually scared of him. What's her name? Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
The Bondi bitch or whatever her name is. Anyway, she and her second in command, who was Trump's criminal attorney, I don't remember his name, but he was the attorney
Hurts.
when he lost 34 felonies. He was the attorney on that case when Trump got convicted. So he's that
Dare
good
you
that we
say
made
that
him
man
the
was
shepherd.
convicted? I hear that's bullshit. He's
Well-
going to launch an investigation into that and find out Obama had something to do with it.
Yeah, well, when you got a guy who loses a case like that when his client's convicted of 34 felonies, of course we make him a deputy
They don't
attorney
give a
general,
shit.
right?
We live in a
I mean,
population
that's who we want there,
that
right?
doesn't value that evidently. And that is a sad statement to think of, but we got to take responsibility. He got elected. Whether or not you believe it was legally, that's a different story, but he's elected. All right, that means the majority of people voted for him, not the popular vote, but the Electoral College vote,
Yeah.
which
He
sucks.
just barely got elected. It
We
wasn't
should
by
do
that
away
much.
with that fucking system. I don't see any sense in having it anymore.
And
It's
even
not
my
like
grandfather, who was a
information does it.
Republican, said we should do away with it.
Hell yeah.
And he was a Republican.
Well, and it's time, because news didn't travel very fast there. You had to give time for people to absorb shit and send their voice to what. It doesn't work that way anymore. Nowadays, it's
basically
instantaneous.
that was bullshit. It was
If you're
because
not
they thought that
knowledgeable, it's because
the American
you're not willing to.
people were so stupid they didn't know how to vote, so they wanted to make sure that the rich landowners were the ones who picked the president. Is basically what they wanted back.
Well, isn't that
in,
what they're trying to do
George
now?
Washington today.
And
Exactly.
the only thing
But
to
they want to go
stop
back.
it is us. That's how come local
200
politics,
years.
what Mission Chick was talking about. You have to pay attention to local politics in the measures that they put on your ballot that
Yeah.
could have a major impact on the state elections, on your county elections, and that
Well, I
turn.
did send in my ballot for
There you
the
go.
school. There was one thing on my ballot, the school district in Farwell, Michigan, and I voted for what they call a millage increase and sent it back. So I've already voted.
There you go. Good
in
man.
my local election.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Jorge, talk
But I
about it.
wanted to say
Yes,
was,
sir. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I just wanted to say one more thing, and that is that Mr. Chick was talking about how the Democrats have to be, smarter than everybody else. They think they're smarter than everybody else. Well, you're right about that, Mr. Chick, because they did a study, and 65% of the population of the United States, they read. These are people that are high school graduates. They read at a 6th grade level.
And whose fault is that?
Good question. But that's
starts at
why
home.
That's us, baby. That's
Yeah,
the
that's why
system
you
that
have
we
to
have
talk-
allowed to digress to.
yeah. But that's the reason you
Well,
can't
we're
be
fixing
so
to kill
smart.
it. Donnie wants to kill the Department of Education anyway, because we don't need that shit. Hello,
Nope.
Jorge.
Well, you know what they really want, don't
What
you,
do
John?
they really want, Jorge? Tell
They
me
want
the truth, buddy.
AI and a bunch of Tesla robots that will work all day and all night and replace all of us because we bitch when we get hungry, and they don't
Jorge.
like that.
Jorge, it's not AI, it's A1. Haven't you listened to
Oh,
the
A1,
head of
pardon
the
me.
education department? It's
Hey,
not
one, that's
AI,
good
it's
for
A1.
us.
Yeah, I got some of that in my refrigerator.
Yeah,
Uh,
goes good on a hunk of meat.
Anyway, you know what I think about the party, the Democratic Party, is we need to get it down to simple things. What do we want to do? Fuck what they're doing. We already know they're wrecking everything. What do we want to do if we get elected? And keep it simple, okay? We
I
want
want to save
affordable-
democracy, plain and simple.
we want affordable housing. We want health care.
Those are
Mm,
the
And because
things,
the
baby.
boy, all this, the shit's fixing to hit the fan right after the midterms. By the presidential election, everybody's going to be pretty well aware of what's going on.
But see, Jorge, the problem with that is then we get into that dilution of everybody knows what they want in their separate little universes. What we need to do is come together, coalesce, and say we need to save democracy. We can't do any of that other stuff unless we save
Well, that's
democracy.
true.
Right. We got to organize and we can't be like what they say that a camel is a horse that was started out in a meeting,
Yeah, it was designed by a committee.
but
Yeah.
designed by a committee. There you go, Jorge.
There
There you go. There you go. Put on
Mm.
pump. Boy,
Yeah,
that
we
shit.
got it. We can't let that happen.
Anyway,
You know,
I wanted
it's-
to say a word or two about,
Go ahead.
I don't know what they are, whether they're Gen Zs. What are the kids that were born like in the early 90s?
Well, Gen Zs are in their 50s.
Okay, so this is before that. After that was
I
don't know
get
what it is.
confused with the names.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't like titles on.
I just want you to know that I know a whole bunch of them because my kids, my boys are them, and
Yeah.
their girls friends are
Yeah,
them,
my kids.
and
Born
all
in the
their
80s.
friends are them, and you know what? I don't care
90s.
what kind of garbage anybody wants to tell you about somebody sitting up on their ass in mama's basement. These are some hard-working people. Okay.
Well, I have to correct myself, Jorge. It's the Gen Xers that are in their 50s,
Uh,
and they are the ones that that have put us in the mess we're in. And I don't want to go into. I'll let you talk, but later on, I want to talk about baby boomers versus Gen Xers, because we're always getting blamed for everything. Us baby boomers, it's not our fault. So go ahead.
Right.
but anyway, I just wanted to put
Depends
in
on
a
how you
word
look at that.
for that because
Right.
those kids got run down an awful lot, you know, and were called lazy but I'll tell you what, all of them that I know are just working their butts off. They never miss a day of work, and they're underpaid and overstressed and trying
And
to make
living
it.
in the
man.
world they
They're trying
can't
to make it.
afford.
That's it.
Did you hear Trump on that one speech where he was talking? It wasn't a speech. He was talking on the phone, and they recorded it. And he came up with this idea that all people, like in junior high, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th grade, they should go out to the field and pick the fruit and the vegetables. That way, they learn what it really means to make a living. That's what these Republicans want in a way of
Yeah, well,
once we get rid of the Department of Education.
Yeah, in 100 years
Until
ago,
we get the robots,
yeah,
and then we don't even need that.
don't
you
need
know.
that, and that's not the future.
Yeah.
That ain't the future.
Yeah, well,
You don't want to train your kid to pick beans or something.
well, Trump
you know.
does. He wants to train the kids to
Oh,
go in the field.
He wants to. And where was he? Where was he when all that kind of shit? He pulled that out of his ass.
He had bone spurs. He couldn't pick cotton. He couldn't do anything like that.
Oh yeah,
He was
bone
riding
spurs.
around
Well, he was
in
playing
Daddy's
tennis.
freaking limousine,
He
baby.
was playing
That's where
tennis
he
and
was.
baseball at the time. Let's
Yeah.
be real about this shit. It was a draft dodging thing. He got out of service. Fuck him for that.
Mhm.
Because somebody went in his place. Somebody went in his place.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah, and you can count
And
them
he,
all.
Trump has no athletic skills whatsoever. He may be reasonably good at golf, but
Doesn't
everybody
have
lets
to
him
be.
win.
All he has to do is be
Everybody
good
lets him win.
at convincing you should be doing that. While
Yeah,
he
but
sits on his
the
ass.
whole thing is they were saying that they were tying it to the immigration raids. They're saying that they're trying to get rid of the immigrants so that they can take and put the white
They're
kids
trying to
in the
get rid of
fields
the
and make-
immigrants because they're racist assholes. That's
right,
why
but
they're
they
trying
also
to get.
want to put the white children in the fields and make them learn what a real job's like. Because
so
they're
basically-
What a real job like. What a
Put
real
the
job
middle
like.
class down there where the illegals were. Is that what
Yeah.
they're doing?
That's what they're talking about. yeah.
Oh, just imagine that, huh?
Imagine that.
What
Yeah.
sneaky
It
fuckers
solves
they
the whole
are.
problem with our society and everything. Forced child labor. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. Yeah, it didn't work
Well,
for
yeah.
fucking me because I spent. Well, anyway. Yeah, I spent years doing that kind
Yeah.
of shit. It didn't work.
I picked cotton for 3 cents a
Oh,
pound.
fuck. Yeah, you're lucky you got paid.
I made $3 a day.
There's parts of my
picking
life
cotton
I don't
for 3
fucking
cents a
care
pound.
if anybody knows about. When I was 15 years old, got a bunch of fucking trouble, ended up getting sentenced to 6 months to Louisiana Training Institution for Boys. I turned that into almost fucking 2 years. How do you like that shit? John does go.
Yeah, what did they train you, John?
Fuck yeah, they trained me what? How to fucking pick corn, how to pick fucking beans, how to fucking tend to hogs, yeah. That was my life.
Yeah, that was high tech,
and I tell this was in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Before
Boy,
reform,
what did you do?
I get passionate about this because
Oh, but
this is what gets me.
Louisiana, man. They're that way.
It was Monroe, Louisiana Training
Yeah.
Institution for Boys,
Louisiana
and I tried
sucks.
to escape. That didn't
Is
go
that
well.
why you got it 2 years?
That
You tried to
didn't go
escape?
well.
They didn't like that shit, did they?
No, they did not.
Uh-huh.
But I came out of there hell bent on never repeating that in my life, and yeah,
A resolute
military training
man,
my life.
huh?
Yes, I was. I was
Yeah.
never going to put myself in that fucking position again
That's it.
because
Yeah,
it was
that's how you
inhumane.
learned your
It was
lesson.
brutal. It would, yeah. Spare the
Dude,
rod
dude,
and spoil the
Don.
child was a very prominent method in this place. It was there. You either worked field and throw in the fact that the guards get this when you're working in the field. They want to be entertained. They're not just sitting up on that fucking truck watching your ass work. That's just boring. Hey
That's
boy,
no fun.
did you hear what that guy said about you over there? And they'd instigate a fucking fight just for entertainment.
Just to watch people get
But
beat
getting
up,
back
yeah.
to yes, but I look
There's a
back at my
movie,
life
John.
and I think that's what we've changed. That's what we changed.
John, there is a movie you should watch. I think it's on not Netflix, Prime.
I got a
And it's
movie in
called-
my fucking head.
It's called The Satanic Mayor. It's with James Cagney, and it is how James Cagney became the deputy over a reform school, and the guy who was the head of the reform school, he was just such an
Was he a
asshole. And so was the
sadistic
guard. He was a sadistic motherfucker. In the end,
Yeah, that's where I
they-
was.
in the
I
end,
haven't
they
seen this movie. I don't need to see the movie. I got one in
You
my
lived
head.
it.
yeah,
I got one in
well,
my
it's
head.
like- it sounds just like what you're describing because they had to do farm work and everything. At the end, they tried to burn the place down and they killed the. You
know what they did to me?
warden.
You know what they did to me? Well, one of the many things they did to me. One of the fucking many things to me after I tried to escape and all that shit, they beat the fuck out of you, and yeah, a lot, and but you got to work punishment, man. You got to work punishment, so they put you on the fucking honey wagon. John, what's the fucking honey wagon? Well,
Oh, well, you know what
glad
that
you
is.
fucking asked. It's a trailer that they pull around to the chicken hutches, to the hog farm. Wherever there is shit,
You shovel it.
and people that have fucked up get out there and they shovel that shit and
Oh,
put it in the wagon. The guy that really fucked up, he's in the
Has to
fucking
unload
wagon.
the wagon.
He's
Yeah.
in the fucking wagon. And yeah, amongst other fucking memories in my head, the memory of and you called them all boss. Everybody was fucking boss.
Yeah.
Sitting on the
You're
rail of the
lucky
truck
you did get
with a
sick.
fucking shovel. Every once in a while, he'd pick up some chicken shit and crap, and he'd tap me. Well, tap. Pretty good tap.
Well, chicken shit
the
has
back of
got
the
a
head.
fungus in it that'll
Yeah.
kill you, man. It will. It'll
Anyway.
kill you if you get in the lungs.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. That's
Hey.
a little chunk of John's life. Everybody know. You know, there you go, baby.
Well, yeah,
So
we
but
know.
what I was saying is, it's our life that we fucking lived through. That reform school
Oh, yeah.
story. We don't have that fucking We don't have that fucking place anymore. We have reformed it. We have improved it. We've tried to make it a place for correction or for education or to learn from. We did that in my lifetime. I've seen it.
You're
We've done
talking
a
about
lot of
that
things
movie.
in the environment and social standings for equal rights for racist bullshit.
And they're
We've
trying
done all
to
that.
reverse it all. You know? That's
Yes,
what
that's
pisses me
exactly
off.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
And who was it?
Take away everything we did.
That's what the
Everything
plan
we
is.
stood for.
That's the plan. Everything that we've worked for all our life, or in the beginning of our lives, really, because I kind of
Well-
look at it as we can't go without blame for the situation we're in. Our generation, baby boomers, we're talking about boomers or generations ago, that we did. The boomers, we did that. We did all those things with society, with health, with all of that.
With a lot of pain and so people getting whacked over the head by a baton, police
That's
batons.
what it took. That's what it took.
And here's the thing. I watched the documentary on Gen X, and all of the things that go on the internet started with the Gen X generation. And the internet has dumbed down our nation. And it all started with bored Gen X people sitting in their basements. They were the ones sitting in their basements playing games. But then they started doing things like taking down websites and doing all kinds of things. And Anonymous, everybody talks about Anonymous. They're that group that supposedly they come
Yeah, I
in
know
and
who they
take. Okay,
Yeah,
well
we
they
know.
came out of the Gen X people, and as it turns out, the documentary explains that basically everything that happens on the internet today was something that the Gen Xers came up with to be mischievous when they were teenagers. Like when you what do you call it? 9/11 somebody's house. I can't remember what that's called, but everything that people do on the internet that's nasty, the Gen Xers thought of it.
Well,
It's an interesting documentary.
I think the progression of the internet can only be blamed on ourselves. It can't be blamed on one person or anything. It's how we've used it, and sadly, it can be used for good or it can be used for fucked up reasons. That's the truth of the matter. But now, it is a way to control information because most people get their information over the internet. They go to their favorite website, they check out this, that, or the other. A lot of us are still stuck in the TV generation, where we rely on TV, but even that's made advances. So where was I going with that?
Don't know.
Boy, howdy shit.
Was that squirrel?
That just fell right out of my head. Anyway, let's.
John, did you see the story about the Trump burger places here in Texas?
The Trump burger.
Yeah, they've opened 3 or 4 places called Trump Burger in Texas.
Pardon me while I hang my head for a minute.
And
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And so anyway, it's kind of a long, complicated story. But these guys were investing in, and they were coming up with money, and they're making deals and stuff. And one of these guys is like Lebanese, and so apparently, the Trump industries got word of this, which they always do. Because one of the investors was suing the other down here in court, and it got over the Trump Burger franchise, whatever, and then it got the attention of the Trump organization, who asked them to send a list of every penny they've made so far using their name, and then it turns out that this Lebanese guy was in some kind of sham marriage and something else, and now it looks like he's going to get deported.
Go figure.
One of the owners of Trump Burger is fixing to get his ass deported.
Really?
Ain't that cute?
Yeah, I have a Trump brand guitar. It says Trump right on the headstock, but it was from the 1960s.
Yeah.
Long before Trump. I don't know why it was. I never heard of the Trump brand guitar until I saw this one and I bought it. But I bought it before Trump was all causing all this trouble.
Right. He's always been causing trouble. Lincoln, are you with us?
Yes, sir. How's it
How
going,
you
fellas?
doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing all right. All right. So I wanted to just start out and say this to everybody listening in. I want to urge people, as much as it's difficult to stomach this repetitive Epstein drum, like these videos regarding Epstein, share these videos on your social media, because for the first time in 6 months, the man who has always possessed the news cycle has lost his grip.
Yes, he has.
This has been going on for 3 fucking weeks now.
It can't let up.
And we have to capitalize on it.
What does it say about our society if we let this go? If the news lets it go? If questions to your Congress and our senators, if we just don't ask those questions, it goes away. We can't do that. This is too big a story. This strikes to the very core of what we are as a nation, as the morals of this country.
I'd like to see the next large protest day be all about release the files.
Release the files, baby. Everybody on the list, and there's names. There's names.
Yes. If you have a sign that says "Dump Trump," change it to "Dump the pedo."
Dump the pedo. Yeah, give him that name, too. Because he deserves it. He earns it. He earned it. He brags about it.
Right. We all know that Donald Trump has a million skeletons in his closet from his entire life. This Epstein thing is the #1 skeleton in his closet that he is the most scared of.
He is most scared of this. And the danger is what he could do to change the narrative. Because he will get desperate. He will get desperate. That's right.
The desperation shows the fear, though. So here's the thing when you think about it in this aspect. When the man who has always made his own Republican Party around him scared of him, and now you see him unraveling with fear, this will embolden his party to stand up. Now, I know we hear Mike Johnson saying, we're going to go to recess. And, there's some of these Republicans that are saying, the economy, I know the Epstein files are important, but we really need, this is not them showing courage. They're fucking scared of the collateral damage to their own party that Trump is causing with this Epstein cover-up. So we have to keep banging this drum, because I have seen a shift with people within his party. Okay.
I think I'm seeing cracks within it.
I think there were.
This Epstein thing is the one that's given them.
Well, they passed that subpoena before Johnson adjourned the House, and there were 8 Republicans who voted for the subpoena to get the list or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The files, yeah.
Yeah, because
There were 8
it
Republicans.
takes it away. This impacts the presidency, but it takes it out of the presidential realm when you start talking to congressmen and senators, because if they start two-stepping all over, dancing around anything but yes, I want every name on that list revealed. I want a full investigation into this. This is terrible, and blah blah blah. If they don't toe that line, they get in trouble. Their constituents are, yeah, you're dodging. Are you on the list? That'll be the first question. Well, you're dodging a lot, buddy. Are you on the list? Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Right, me and Roman have been talking about this extensively and following this timeline and coming up with our own kind of premonitions of what's going on here with this. When you think about this Epstein thing, this is literally the foundation of the QAnon movement, right here. This is what, and the QAnon movement basically is directly tied to MAGA. So when you picture a house with the foundation and all the windows and doors and everything else, we know about all the other MAGA bullshit, but what's holding up this entire fucking house of cards is the Epstein thing, because it was supposed to be some big Democratic sex ring, and now the fact that his base of supporters cannot get him to
I have all the documents. I have all the files in my hand in my office. Oh shit, there's nothing there to see, people.
There's just no way for him to spin this. He's fucked. He's stuck.
No, and that's how come he's going to try for distraction any way he can, and that gets dangerous.
That statement of saying I have it on my desk. There's 100,000 pages. She didn't have that sitting on her desk. There's no way.
Anybody see the thing that Colbert did on it? He did a thing where he showed this Republican, and I think he was from South Carolina, and he was talking about the list of people who flew on Epstein's plane, and he was trying to say, well, that doesn't mean they're pedophiles. It just means that they needed a ride, and they got a ride with Epstein. He said it happens all the time. People go to the airport, their private jets, something's wrong with it, they go to somebody they know, and they ask, hey, can I get a ride on your jet? And when it came back, Colbert said, yeah, the public, the normal public, definitely. That's what they do. They all get rides on different private jets.
Just go find out.
Just stick out your thumb and get a ride. Yeah. I don't think that's
well. Yeah.
Let me send out a thank you to Templar's Squirrel, who came in with a $20 donation and said, I'm a deep state, baby. Rose and Cross, descendant of pilgrims, June 1654. My grandfather, a Grand Master of the Masonic Order, grew up across the street from William Ruckleshaw's. I have scoops just for you, if you'd let me in. I don't know. I appreciate that template. You're in, buddy. You're in. You're in the deep state as you speak right now. This is it. Sorry to disappoint all them Trumpers, but this is it. This is the deep state.
Thinking.
And like you were saying, DJ Mosley, when we hear talking points like that, that's another way we can fight back, and we can fight back against talking points like that, where it's like, oh, people are just riding on the plane, and correct people like that and tell them, hey, look at Jeffrey Epstein's life. He was a con man. He was a financier involved with all sorts of business fraud. He was involved in a sex trafficking ring.
Now, see, there you go, trying to make it all about real points and real truth again. They're not going to listen to that. They're going to roll their...
Then dummy it down for him. Dummy it down for him and say this.
He's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. And our president is a pedophile with 34 felony counts, and one of them being it's a sexual harassment or what's the so yeah, it's not a hard line to draw. You don't even need a fucking ruler. It's direct.
No, Colbert said, it's kind of interesting. I want to get a ride on your plane, but you have to sit between...
Oh, there you go. Sammy Marcy's seen it. Did anybody see the South Park, the new South Park?
Yes.
started.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I saw it.
I did. So I had a blue dot.
Haven't seen it.
Send me a message.
You haven't
Oh, you
seen
got to
it?
see
It's great.
this. And,
It is so funny.
yeah, it is.
And I don't even like South Park. but I
Donald
laugh
Trump
at
in
it.
bed with the devil. Who
Well,
would have
don't-
guessed, man?
Don't
Who would
spoil
have
it for 'em.
guessed? Nope. Okay. Don't want to do that. So,
You know, it's like this. If I'm riding in the passenger seat with a drug dealer, I am either
Yeah.
procuring drugs myself or I'm involved in selling those drugs.
Or I'm really
And, that- and,
clueless.
and that's just, you know, that's just the way we
that
present
seems
it.
to
when
be the
people
only
wanna fight back.
choices you have right there.
Yeah. So if you're riding on the
Either
plane
you're
with
a
Epstein,
buyer or a seller.
right? That's it.
You're not hanging
There's
around
the
in the car just
possibility
for-
that you're there for other reasons than just getting a ride.
And we also have to take this approach as well. I heard Lev Parnas say this, which is very important. If this stuff does come out and they try to implicate Democrats, because we know there's Democrats on there, you know, Epstein actually
Yes,
targeted
yes.
Democrats.
Yep.
We have to be very careful in this moment. If we start to hear something come out, oh, Bill Clinton's on the files, don't defend it. Don't try to cover up and defend Bill Clinton. Let
No.
the collateral damage.
I'm not about to
be
defend
what it
anybody
is.
on that fucking list.
Right.
Just-
You're a fucking
Yeah.
pervert.
Right.
You're a fucking
Everybody
pervert.
on that list is guilty of raping an underage
I'll tell you who's not on the list.
That's right.
I can tell you two people who's not on the list. Me, I'm not. I guarantee you,
I'm not on the list.
That's one. In Obama, Obama's not on that list, baby.
No.
No.
That's how come he's trying to attack Obama from a different angle.
Well,
Treason.
it
Biden's
is-
probably not
right.
on that list either.
Obama's
Joe Biden
office
is not on that list either.
So I'll give you guys a little bit of a glimmer of hope here when it comes to this Obama threat. And Obama's office did a really good job when they came out with their statement, because the last
Yeah, I
part
read
of that
that.
the last part of that statement is very important, because he spun it around on Trump and said, "Hey, the Intelligence Oversight Committee that determined that this collusion did happen also included Marco Rubio, your current Secretary of State.
Yes,
So come at me, bro."
he's the head of the damn committee.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a question, John. You said
What?
that he went to Fort Knox. Did he not? Wasn't Powell appointed by Trump?
well, a little
And
minor
his-
thing. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
He was. So now he wants
Yes,
to
he
get
was.
rid of him, but he was appointed by him.
Yep.
Now, you could remind
He
me
was
of that.
appointed under Trump's first term.
Yeah.
In Trump's first term. So, all of a sudden,
I mean, Trump, you know, he's just, he's going one direction or the other, and he doesn't know which end is going to meet. Like, you know, he's wrong way
So-
Corrigan.
well, he's doing wonderful things. He's got wonderful plans. Did you not hear him today on drug prices? He's going to lower them down, not 60, 80%. He's going to lower them 1,000%, 1,600%.
Well, my interest bill was
What?
almost $1,400.
Well, then
You
that
can
makes
go
them. That means that the drug company would be paying you, I don't know, $2,000-3,000 a month to take their drugs.
Oh, well, they will. Okay.
Well, that's what that is. You think of it.
Well, they want
He's bragging. Going to drop
$1,400 a
the.
month,
Let's do it the simple way. 1,000%. He said he's going to drop prescription drug prices by 1,000%. All right. When you get
Well-
to 100%, that's free. That's
Yeah.
100%
Right.
discount. You get it for nothing. You start going
900
below
They'll pay
that,
you.
then you're looking at they got to pay you.
Well, it's
So-
called pay to live.
I'm
As
all
far as
up for
it
that.
goes, no.
I'm all
Well,
up for Donnie's new 1,000% discount on drugs. Yep, there you
Yeah.
go.
I got a
That
bridge
includes
that I
my
want to tell you if you
pot.
believe
I don't
that.
think so. Huh? Well, it came out
I
of
got
the
a bridge-
president's mouth. I saw him. I heard him myself on TV there, on the box, baby. That's what he said. 1,000%. He went higher, 15, 1,600%.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
he was talking about
You know why? Because his maggot, down core, hardcore, they don't know math. You're gonna lower them by 1,000%. Did you hear that shit? We're gonna be paying
Yeah,
pennies.
I know.
No, you're not. You're not gonna be paying anything, asshole. You know, that's what's happening though. With the, it's the drip of the fucking water. It's sand. Grain by grain of sand.
well,
through the
he made up a
hourglass.
word
It's
in
gonna-
the Obama statement. He called him sedacious.
Yes, sedacious. Yep.
Yeah, he made up a word.
Yes, Obama was sedacious.
What word was he trying to say? Do you know?
I don't know.
Seditious, I think.
It's a new word.
It's like
It's a
trade
new
or
word made up,
sedition.
made
Like
just for him
trade.
because it's such an important thing that we needed to. Yeah, that's what he did. He's a fucking moron, and he deals in accusations and hatred. And there's a certain part of our population that I guess eats that up. That lives with hate, lives with some made up bullshit reason to hate somebody. That's what they are. They're not paying attention to what he's doing. If they did, they'd fucking turn around and kick his ass out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But it hadn't hit him yet, and it's not going to for a little while. That's the scary part of this.
There's a
most
sickness in our country.
Most of the shit that's going to hit the working class comes after the midterms. You know?
Yeah, well, the red states are going to get the hit. Newsom.
After
I've
the
been watching
midterms.
Newsom. I really like him. And Newsom was talking today, and every other word what Newsom was saying was "goddamn," "fucking," this and that. Newsom was cussing up a storm, but what he said was this: that California paid $81 billion in taxes, and that, for instance, I hate to say this, John, but
What?
your state of Texas
Oh, dare say.
took in 71 billion from the government to help the state pay for what it needed to pay for. So he said California is net positive, whereas Texas is net negative.
It's a headline over here. Oh, where is it?
And it's that way with all the blue states. All the blue states, the blue counties, the blue municipalities, they're paying for the red states Medicaid, the red states food stamps, and all the other benefits.
Let's put it up in big bold letters. It is the blue states that support a lot of the red states. Hell, California by itself, what they pay, supports Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, you know, the South.
Yeah, 72% of the revenue to the government, tax revenue, comes from blue states.
Republican states are heavily dependent on social aid, social
programs,
social programs, food stamps, rent assistance. You know, there's a myriad of programs that help people in poor states, and those are poor states. Okay, Mississippi, Alabama, boy howdy, that's desperate shit.
Was it the Supreme Court or somewhere that they just said that the landlords can't be forced to rent to Section 8 people anymore? Something happened. I read that somewhere. There was a decision made. Maybe it was in one state, but Section 8, because of the fact that they don't always pay their rent, and because the rent comes from the government, but the landlords don't always get it, that the landlords lose money on it. So this was somewhere that they made it so you didn't have to have those people.
Hey, let me thank Templar Squirrel, who just came in with another $15 donation and said, please let me speak. I know things that I have my DNR and I am dying. But I appreciate the donation, but you don't got to pay to get in here. This is an open table. You're let me see. Oh, you're on.
You have to go on Discord.
You have to go on Discord. Discord is a free app that you can download, and well, shit. Normally I would tell you how to do that, but currently, right now, my website is down, so I can't tell you to go to blue.intexas.com.
I'll manually type in the link.
Do what? Oh, you bless your heart. If you watch the chat, Miss Chick is going to put a link in the chat on how to get Discord. Once you're in Discord, you can come in under your own name, or as you can see, a synonym, a made-up name, and
you got to set up a little account before you can get in. It takes a few minutes.
Takes a few minutes to do it.
Not instantaneous.
Oh, you don't do Discord. Yep.
Well,
I see
then you won't be coming in to talk to us.
No, that's all we do here, Discord. I don't know any other. My tech staff just moved out, so this is what I got.
You can now broadcast live from OBS through Substack. Substack, you can stream the Substack now too.
He
John,
isn't on Substack.
what?
I don't know stuff.
John's not on Substack.
Well, if you get on Substack and you get the information you need, OBS will let you set it up in OBS, which is what you use, right, John?
Yeah.
Open system, whatever. Yeah, and OBS then will stream it to Substack as well as to Facebook.
But
and
that
to
doesn't let people come in and talk.
No, it does
Well, then
not.
that
But
wouldn't solve the
it's
problem.
just more people. You're reaching more people because Substack's considered a very, very credible news source.
Ah.
They're that's what Midas Touch is on. Midas Touch, they're all over Substack.
Yeah,
Well, maybe I need to do that. I just don't know how to do that.
there's a million people on Substack. Ugh.
They have 6 million people. Midas Touch does, and they charge
Oh,
$4.95
I
a
think
month.
Midas Touch is in a class by itself, damn near.
Well, they're
In my book.
millionaires. They're millionaires, man, with
It's
just
not- It's
6
not
million
about the
people
money.
at $5
Not
a month.
about the money.
I know it's
about
not.
the
But
money. It's about
that's
the
why I
message.
don't pay it. I only watch their free stuff. I don't pay for it.
Well, let me see.
They get all their stuff from Ground, GROUND News. Ground News is basically where everybody gets their basic news stories.
Never heard of it.
Hello, Yelly Man.
And
Hello, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
How's everything across the pond?
It's getting cooler. It's been quite hot for a while, and we're paying attention to your news. I'm.
Presidential
I have.
immunity.
Yeah, I've seen that
That's good.
Trump wants
good, Dick.
Obama for treason. Is that true?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Got the evidence.
And he
They
wants
got
to-
They got reams of evidence, volumes of evidence against Obama for
Yeah,
rigging the
yeah.
the 2016
Yeah.
election. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he even
Gonna
rigged
come out
the
any day
2020
now.
election. Yeah. I can't wait for that. I just.
Yeah. Me too.
And no, that fucking treasonous bastard Obama, and he wasn't even born in America, so he should
Yeah,
never
that's
been
what I heard.
president.
That's what I heard. Bet your ass
Yeah.
he's gonna probably bring that up again too.
Yeah,
Whatever, he's reaching for freaking straws, and that's a big one. Because he's always
is,
had a
yeah.
thing for Obama.
Anything for a false flag.
How dare a
False
black
flag.
man be
Yeah.
elected president and reelected
well, that's
and reelected?
incredible. That's insane, I mean, so yeah, we need to get him for his crimes and bring him to justice and get rid of him.
That's what it's all about, brother.
But I don't think that spaghetti that about Obama is going to stick to the wall, because that Epstein thing.
It's
if
not
he
designed
thinks,
to stick to the wall. It's just designed to distract.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not going to work. It's not going to work for him because this Epstein thing is too deep. I mean, he can bring Obama. He can bring the Russia Gate or Russia hoax. It doesn't, the current thing and the most important thing now is the Epstein files.
And
We
he
all
was-
know now that he was told in May by the Attorney General that his name was all over the Epstein files.
Yeah,
That was, and he's
definitely.
even Murdoch is turning on him
Not-
right now.
Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Go back to your homes. There's nothing to see.
Yep.
That's
So,
the line they're gonna
yeah.
take. Anything other than that, and it all leads. It leads to
Well, there's
everybody,
hope,
and everybody's gonna. There is hope. There's hope
I
that we
had a
don't let
dream.
this go, baby.
I had a
cannot
dream.
let this
I
go.
really did. Sometimes my dreams come true, and I had a dream the other night that Trump was gone and that Vance was in as vice president or as president.
Tell me, why was he gone?
It was a dream. I mean, all I can tell you was
damn it.
in the dream I was so
I was
happy because
hoping
Trump
for
was
some
no
gory
longer president.
details, something.
No, there was no
Anyway.
details. It's just one of those quick dreams. You know, how you
Whatever
have a
it
dream.
takes. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Right
Well, I
now,
hope
we
the
have
dream-
to assume that is going to take our vote. We can't rely on the magic man in the sky striking him down with lightning as much as I would
No.
definitely go to church every freaking day of the rest of my life if it happened. I'm just saying. You're up there
Well, they
listening.
say that some of those people who
I'm
supported
trying for
Trump
72
really
fucking
want
years.
him to get in there, and they want
Giving you
Trump
a
out.
shot.
So,
Well,
That's
I
all
think
it would
that
take, baby.
it would be nice if the devil called him home now, but I don't think for some reason I wouldn't be. You know, it will eventually happen. I was a little bit sad to see that Ozzy Osbourne died. I wish it was Trump.
the Godfather of rock and roll, or the Godfather of rock.
Yeah, and but I was more pleased to see that Hulk Hogan died. You know, that wasn't that bad for me. I didn't care too much for him, but
No.
I cared about Ozzy Osbourne was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I was surprised he died. I didn't know he was sick.
No,
Yeah.
he had a farewell concert earlier in July. They had
Well,
Black Sabbath.
supposedly, my wife told me he'd had a series of
He
strokes.
just had his live farewell concert, and how
Yeah.
prophetic was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
it's incredible. That was in
Really?
early July.
He was
Hey, let me
76.
send out a big thank you to Pauline Hall, who came in with a $20 donation and said, "Mama Lois sends her love to you, Hot Dot in Texas." That Mama Lois, settle down now.
Who's
Has
that?
anybody,
I love Mama
has
Lois.
anybody heard about this? I read a headline, and I didn't follow up on it, that one of the authors of 2025 died.
One of
I
what?
did read that, and I can't remember his name because he's one of those obscure names that you don't normally know.
But those, one of them did die. Okay. I
Yeah.
read
One
something.
of the
Probably in his 80s or something, but yeah.
what was that?
Chuck
Who was
Mangione.
that?
I don't
Oh, I
remember
don't-
his name. He's
we
one of
got
those
rid of
names you
one.
wouldn't recognize, you know. It's
Oh, yeah.
just,
He's not a superstar.
he's a very rich person that doesn't hang out in the public sphere. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, we got rid of one of them at least.
Well, anyway, it was sad about Ozzy. I heard it. I
Therefore,
listened
I
to
don't
one of
even know how to
his.
do phone calls in here.
You don't do phone calls.
Not
So
tonight.
how are you, John? How is your health going at the moment?
Not
you
too
feeling
good right
fine?
now. Half of me is dying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my lower half.
Really?
Yeah, my legs. Yeah, I
shit.
took a hell of a walk today. That's one thing about my sons. They're on the they like to walk, so that we'll pick a
Yeah.
spot, somewhere nice, and usually
You're
take
gaining-
a stroll and
gaining
reflect
weight?
upon life. I'm trying to gain weight, and yes, that's
Yeah.
working too. Thank you very much. I've had help in that area. But no, we decided to take a walk today, and we have a new bridge here in Corpus Christi. It's a fantastic bridge. Been working on it for a decade. Finally got done. Finally opened up to traffic, and we're just talking in the last month, and now attention turns to the old bridge. And when are they going to dismantle that? Because the bridge was built for much bigger ship traffic, and we have a
Well, was
major
this
port.
one? Was this one steep? This new one, is it real steep?
No, the new one is very kind of a slow, gradual climb, where the old
okay.
bridge was, it was pretty steep. It's like, okay, here you go, boom, get over and down.
Yeah.
That's the way the old bridge went. And
I got stuck on one of those in rush hour ones. Those
Wow.
steep ones going up.
Yeah.
Driving a 6-speed on a standard transmission.
Yeah, no standards. No, you don't want to be on a hill on a standard and have to stop. That just sucks.
No,
Nice.
well, you stopped on a bridge where you're sliding
Are you
backwards.
shitting me? When I was young, my first duty station after boot camp and after A school and all that shit, after getting trained, and I went to my first active squadron out in San Francisco, California, and I think the car dealer see me coming because I bought a little Toyota stick shift in San Francisco.
Did you talk about that
That didn't
person
go
in the
well.
military who that colonel in the U.S. military that got fired today by Trump because she's a transsexual? It's been on the news here in Norway.
I did not hear it. I did not.
No,
I
hear
heard
it.
something, but I don't know. I don't remember his name.
No, it's a colonel.
Right.
She's been.
Well,
She's
what do
a
you expect? What do you
No,
expect?
it's just insane. It's just insane.
You know, it's he's got a full-fledged attack on the LGBT community. Even it's going so low as to take away the suicide hotline. Really? People are thinking about hurting themselves, and there's a line that helps, but you say, fuck it. You know. So, yeah, anything has to do with DEI or gay rights or especially transgender. Oh, that's a big one with him because it sinks into the heart of the maggot movement. Yeah, when guys trying to be girls, that's what that is. You know, it's
you know, why the fuck does he care about that? You know, it's not an important issue.
He's a
it's
homophobe.
not an important issue.
No.
And transgender in sports is not a huge issue.
No.
It's a huge issue when you make it one. When
Yeah.
you blow that horn all the time. When you point to one individual out of all of it, out of the whole damn system. And you're pointing to one, look at that, look. Really?
Yeah, because you're afraid you might be one. That's what it is. He's afraid that he has homosexual feelings. And when the Epstein comes out, maybe he was doing it with little boys as well as little girls.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
I don't know. I don't think he's into little boys. He's shown a penchant
Oh,
for
that
little
pastor!
girls.
Oh, that pastor! Did you hear about that? Was in the news today. He got 40 counts of sexual predation, and it was on boys and girls both.
Who?
And over 200 counts total. He was arrested today down in some Southern Baptist church or something. Down in some southern state. I don't remember. I just remember the thing that stuck out was 40 counts of sexual, whatever.
It
And
happens. Anytime that is brought up, I remember the guy in Oklahoma. Some big preacher in Oklahoma who got busted in a motel room with a young boy. And, yeah. Tell me it doesn't happen.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
It's just.
Oh, hell yes, it does.
Oh,
it's so disgusting. It's
People
so
are
disgusting.
in a position of trust.
Yeah,
I think they. I think it should be mandatory life in prison for people like that.
I
At
agree.
least.
I agree.
They should
Life
never
prison
get out
for
of
anybody
prison.
that's on the pedo list. Anybody on the pedo list, get your ass out of here.
If you rape a child, that should be the end of it. That should be mandatory life in prison. I mean, it's the most disgusting thing you can do to somebody.
Yeah, hey, I'll tell you a quick story. I won't tell very long, but when I first moved to St. Louis years ago, there was a rich man, and how many acres do they have of land, Elizabeth? I'm talking about that guy who had his wife have oral sex with that 2-year-old little boy.
No,
anyway, they videotaped it. And they showed the videotape to, I guess, other people. And next thing you know, the FBI is bringing on them. And man, they put them into the jail.
Good.
And this actually happened in St. Louis.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it happens all over the damn place. That's sad. It's a sad part of our society. That's how come we have laws. That's how come we have police. And that's how come we have helplines for people that have gone through that. That's why we provide assistance.
Well, they owned a whole bunch of land, which is not subdivisions.
We don't need no stinking bleeding
Are you
heart.
still with us, Kirk? Did Lincoln just die or something? You know, I mean,
no, I'm just listening in.
Please join. Hi, Mish. I forgot to say hi, Mr. Shake. How are you doing, Mishy? Hope you're doing fine. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to let the dogs out.
Oh, you really? You let the dogs out?
Oh, they always interrupt right in the middle of everything.
Let the dogs out?
Yeah, let them out, let them in, give them a treat,
Oh, we have a rotation system here at my house. I got to let the dogs out. I do.
Yeah. I
sat
out on my deck with my dogs this afternoon and sweated. 3 dogs running around, jumping all over me.
That's the way up.
We only
Yeah.
have
That's
ourselves
the
to
way life
blame for
should
these
be.
situations, you
I'm
know.
sorry, that's the way life should be. You know.
Yeah.
You-
Well,
but you
like,
have cats, John. So
sit in my
I
lap.
love cats. How's the
I got
cats
them
doing
too.
now,
I
John?
got a shitload of cats. How many cats you need? Give me your address. I'll
I
bust
need
them up.
a couple. If you can send a couple ones to Norway, put it in the mail and send it
Or
to
We
you
can
me.
make it a
Burger
baker's
Cup.
dozen.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
be sure
Yeah.
be sure to
All
give.
black.
Yeah.
All black.
Oh yeah. I don't mind.
Do
I
they
don't
have
mind. Just send them
quarantine?
to me and put them in a
I got
good.
one. I got two black and white ones
Okay.
and one gray one. The rest
Are
all them
they
cats
tame?
out there, and they number pretty good.
Are they tame?
Well, sure.
They're not.
Show up every day
okay.
for eating. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll take them
Not a problem.
anytime.
Can you ship them across the pond? I mean, don't they have to
Yeah.
be quarantined and
Is
everything?
it a boy or a girl or both?
All of them. All of the above.
Okay.
Yep.
I can call one of them Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun. Is that okay with you?
Well, I'd prefer not, but
Whatever.
I don't want my animals abused.
Well, that reminds me. Everybody calls that camp down in Florida Alligator Alcatraz. I call it Alligator Auschwitz.
That's what we call it here.
Yep.
Yeah. And how's that working out? You know,
I have to ask the chat a question real quick.
Sure.
And
Go ahead.
I'm
Question.
asking Ask. Ask had posted something about Starlink was having a outage right now. Worldwide
really?
outage.
Yeah.
Worldwide outage?
I think that's what
Yes.
he said. I have to scroll back, scrolling.
That is a major. That would
Yeah,
be
Starlink is
something
having a
major
worldwide
within the
outage
system itself.
now.
Now.
Karma is a bitch.
Now.
Karma is a bitch.
Yeah.
Somebody wants you to play the song, John. Have you played the song
What song?
tonight?
Not yet.
That
what
shut
song?
the fuck up. Your greatest hit.
What'd you say?
Your greatest.
Shut the fuck
That-
up. What are you saying to me?
Yeah, that song.
Hey,
No, I didn't say
Hey.
that.
mind your manners, Yelly Man.
Really? No shit. Come on my show and tell me to shut the fuck up. Damn. I'm telling you,
I'm
what's
sorry,
this world
John.
coming to?
I'm sorry, John.
Paul
I'm sorry,
Verhoeven
John.
told Trump to shut the fuck up the other night on his show,
Yeah.
on his monologue.
No, it was a
Anytime
song
that man
called.
speaks,
Oh, it was down for 2 hours.
anytime that man speaks, this song ends up in my head.
I just need you to shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
'cause he makes no
nobody
sense.
asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the
Tangents.
fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
1000%.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the
Increase.
fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Gonna lower drug prices by 1,000%. Shut the
Just need you
fuck up.
to
Just shut the fuck up. Who believes that shit?
Bitch.
Maggots.
Shut the fuck up,
Maggots.
bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Because they'll think their prescription's gonna go down to $1. You know, because they don't know fucking math. I guess.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
That's your greatest hits, John. That is the greatest hit.
Well, Jeff
I never
Jolly,
had
that's the
any.
best part of that sentence is good old buddy. Jeff's got a 15-year-old, 15-pound gray cat, lazy and a heck of a mouser, and a good old buddy too. There you go. That's what it's all about.
If Jeff
Four-leg,
Jeff
what?
wants to send, if Jeff wants to send me that one, I'll take it too. I have no problem with taking cats. I just love cats.
I don't know if they'd survive the.
No,
It's a
I
long way.
mean, you can put them in a bag, and I'll pay for the ticket. You can come here and
Well,
we can have, you
the
can,
thought makes me smile. If you
Yeah.
love an animal, then your heart ain't all black and heartless and all that shit.
Well, the hard part's getting rid of it. You don't want to
I
get
do. If I had my way, I would be one of those shelter places where you just drop dogs off. Anytime I see a dog on the street, it pains me. I love dogs, and I love cats. I love animals, period.
I love animals too.
I got deer down here. I can shoot them deer anytime like I used to. Venison on the table, baby. Meat. I just don't have that desire anymore. You know, it's just.
I
don't
never
know.
did. I never
Oh,
did.
I
I
hunted
never.
in my younger day. Oh yeah.
I
Can't
hunted
deny it. I
rabbits.
got pictures of it. Oh, look at this rack. Look at that rack. you know, that kind of
I
shit.
used to hunt rabbits, but I never wanted to hunt deer. And then when I finally
Well,
figured out
I
what
lived
was
in the
doing
heart of
with
deer
animals,
country,
I didn't want
a
to.
long way from anywhere. You know,
Well, it broke my heart to think that I did that to those rabbits, so I stopped doing it.
well, there's no need for it nowadays. You know, it's I don't know.
Well, I tried eating one
Getting a
once. I
s-
didn't
get-
like it.
I'm
That was
turning into a
another thing.
soft heart in my old age. What do you want to know? But my love affair with dogs goes all the way back, and cats, and cats. So they've always been a part
I
of my
can't
life.
remember a time in my life I didn't have pets.
There you go. They lower your blood pressure. They give you somebody who loves you, regardless of what kind of a dick you are. Yeah, they'll love you anyway.
Friend of mine,
Yeah.
he's got a parrot. He's got a parrot. Every
I
time I
have
walk
one of
in,
them
he tells
too.
me. Oh yeah, every time I walk into the room, the parrot tells me to fuck off. So I mean, I'm just like, okay.
Mine. Anytime I sit down to eat,
Yeah.
Fred starts squawking his ass off. He wants whatever it is you have in that plate. He wants some. That's it.
Okay.
And he's
Have
going
you
to get
learned
it.
him? Have you taught him to speak?
Speak. Hell, he speaks
parrot.
plenty. He won't shut
really?
up. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. He speaks.
Do you?
Probably
Shit, I'm stuck.
Barrett might outlive you,
Did you
John.
learn
He
him?
sings a
Did you teach
beautiful
him
song
any?
in Spanish.
Oh really?
Oh yes, yes. That's the most prominent thing he sings, is a song in Spanish. Something about a lost love. Is all I know. And he sounds beautiful. He sounds beautiful.
You should bring it in.
Uh,
You should bring it in and let him sing to your audience once. That would be fun.
It's a lot of squawking.
Yeah.
Now, my ex-wife, we went into a pet
Oh
store.
well, his most famous
Well-
English words, and I don't know who taught him this, because he was saying it when I got the bird, and that was well over 25, 28 years ago, something like that. He'll go, want a margarita? Want a margarita? That's his. He'll say that a lot, and he says, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty," a lot. And, you know, they pick up what they hear, so you hear a lot of kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on, kitty, 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 shit like that.
Well, since we're on the topic of happy stuff, I
Happy?
got one that'll make
Who the
you guys
hell's happy?
smile.
Bring that guy up here. Whack his feet. Happy. We'll have none of that shit
So-
around here.
We have a weaponization of X that's going on at the hands of Elon Musk. There was a X user the other day that asked his Grok AI about the claims about Obama and treason and all that, and Elon Musk's Grok came back and answered this X user, "These are all baseless and meritless claims meant to distract away from the Epstein files."
Watch it. That AI should come back and bite you on the ass. You know,
Right. So he's still going on the offense, and I think it's him and a handful of other people that are behind the scenes that are doing this. So
this story
Why
can't
did-
go
let's
away.
did
just
Bond
savor
use
the
A-
moment.
Why did Bondi use AI instead of all those agents to go through the files? Why didn't you just use Chat GPT?
Because they used eyesight.
that-
You're brown. That's it. There you go. You met the qualifications.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the files.
If you're brown,
you know,
obviously you're a murderer, a rapist, a drug dealer.
Yeah.
You know,
But the
something along those lines.
All those people, all those agents to go through and find Trump's name. She could have used Chat GPT to go through and find Trump's name, and it would have done it a lot faster.
This story cannot.
I have
go
a
away.
question. I have a question for you, John. The other day you were on the show, you just disappeared. What happened? Did you lose power or something?
Oh, I lost the internet. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about that. I apologize to everybody. Yes,
Yeah.
we were about
Yeah.
10 minutes from the end of the show when
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
in front of me went blank. And
Yeah.
so I went to my iPad and tried to go to a website, because that's what I thought happened. And sure not shit, the iPad said you're not connected to the internet. So I knew what happened immediately. And I knew it wasn't the bill, because I recently paid that thing. So I knew it wasn't that. But I live in a very rural area, and we only have one system out here, and I'm lucky to have
You
what
got
I have, what I got. I could have
Yeah.
Starlink, but evidently it just went down. So, besides that, it costs like a whole
Yeah.
bunch of money to get started on that thing. Like,
I think
Yeah.
the second part of that was it went down for a couple of hours. It might actually be back up.
That's
Starlink.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of I've already seen some of those antennas on buildings up and down my street, replacing the one I have on top of my house. Which, mind you, my house is on poles, so I'm already a good 25 feet off the ground. And then on top of my house is a pole that sits up 30 feet with an antenna on the top of it. That's how John gets his internet. On a bad day, no, if that antenna swings too much, we lose internet sometimes. But this was an area-wide outage in my general area for the Blunser area. So it just all of a sudden went off. It happens. Shit happens.
Probably broke your heart, John. We know how emotional you are with
Well,
stuff like that.
yeah, I'd like to say goodbye.
Yeah.
I like to at
I
least
know.
say goodbye. Shit. Listen to who shared that shit and all that shit. Because this needs
Yeah.
shit. Oh, look, it's time for that shit. I just looked down at my clock.
Yeah. It
See?
is.
It is time for that, which means we made it all the way through the freaking show. There you go. With full internet. So, anyway. It's been an exhausting day. That walk up the bridge. And mind you, I didn't make it all the way up. I got close, and I really could have made it, but it was really getting hot, really getting steamy up there. So I told my son, well, next time we'll park closer, because when we came back down, sure enough, there was a lady because there's a sign there that tells you where you're supposed to park for this thing. So we, being the law-abiding citizens we are, drove the freaking car over there a mile away. I guess they figure if you're going to walk, what difference does it make? But I digress. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in, tuning in tonight. Lincoln?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You always bring
Yes,
something to the
thanks.
table. I appreciate that, brother.
Thanks for having me. I did a little more listening today than talking. But just to remind everybody, like, share, and subscribe here on Blue Dot. And
There
also
you
in
go.
this moment, savor the moment. We have the chance for something that could potentially be political suicide. So when you see good, credible content talking about Epstein, share and
Share
like
that
those
shit.
videos.
Yes.
Keep
Share
the
that shit.
algorithm going.
Lincoln, I like your emoji because on my 20-foot flagpole out in front of my house, my flag is flying upside down.
It's a sign of distress, baby. That's what that
Great
is.
minds think
A
alike. Yes,
sign
sir.
of a
That's
distress, and our country is in distress right now. And
That's
what
right.
that's what this movement is all about. Trying
Right.
to rescue
I want to flip
democracy,
it.
baby.
That's right. I think we all want to be able to flip our flags back up the right direction again.
You bet.
Well, it's staying
All right.
down. Something happens, so I don't know what, but
Right. All right.
Well,
Thanks,
Lincoln,
John. Take care,
you
buddy.
bet. Take care and come back.
Yep.
You bet. And DJ,
yes, sir.
thank you for coming in, brother. I always appreciate your voice.
Thank you for letting me in. It's been a while, and I just thought I'd come in and say hi.
Well,
Because I do want to say one thing to everyone, and that is, I think it's August 5th, or it's sometime in August, but I thought I heard the 5th, that Google is going to take over TikTok. And once Google takes over TikTok and it becomes M2, which the M stands for Meta, that everybody should dump their TikTok accounts and go to Blue Sky or YouTube or Substack or somewhere, because Google's going to start compiling data on everyone, which they already do, but they've made it clear that if the government asks for that data, they're going to give it to them. They've already said that. And from Meta, from
it's a digital
M2.
world we live in, brother.
I know, but
That's what-
you can delete everything that you've done on TikTok. On your settings, there's a way to download it first and then delete it, and then delete your account and lock everything so they can't get your data. I've got so many anti-Trump videos on here. And they
All
I
of mine
mean,
are anti-Trump videos.
yeah, I
Anyway,
know,
DJ,
but so anyway, I just want everybody to know what's happening with TikTok.
you bet.
So
Appreciate it.
thanks for letting me be on.
You bet, DJ. Take care of yourself.
You too.
All right. And Yelly Man.
Thank you for allowing me in, John. I didn't have
Oh.
too much to say today, but it's always nice to
It's
catch
all right.
up and ask how you
It's
and
all right.
talk to you. a
Sit
little
around the
bit.
table.
Okay.
Discussion can go anywhere. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
we
always
have here
nice.
anyway. It's just an open
It's
table.
always nice. Yeah.
We try to make it that way. Anyway.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate the table, and to be able to come on.
Appreciate you saying it. We're just a bunch of appreciating fools, ain't we? I appreciate that,
We
buddy.
are.
I really do. Come back.
I will. See you later,
All right.
John. See you. Bye.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
And Miss Chick.
And John,
Boy,
could you do me a favor?
Sure.
And I think,
What?
do you still have a button for ways for people to alternately donate? Because the website's not, I can't refer them to that.
I do. And you know I hate to use it.
I know, but someone asked, and I can't share the website because it's not up right now.
Yes, I have a button for how you can support the show. And there's a list right there of ways that you can support the show. Read the comments off to the left, please. This show has never been about the money. I appreciate every donation. And at this point in my life, those donations, that's what pays my bills, baby. If it wasn't for this Blue Dot family, we wouldn't have a show anyway because I wouldn't have internet service and shit like that. Yeah, every donation is heartfelt around here. And I don't care what size that donation is. I mention it all the time. A dollar donation is just as important to me as a larger one. Because it comes from the heart. And that's what, anyway.
And thank everyone for
There's-
requesting that.
There you go. I appreciate it. But it's not the forefront of what my son. I've had that button forever. He gets on me. Dad wants you the donation button. Oh, I don't know. If they want to donate, they'll donate. If not, they don't. It doesn't. It's not a requiring factor. So, but I do appreciate it. And those names going by right there, those are our Patreon members, who come in with a monthly donation, and I can't thank them enough for their support, and because it adds up and it's enough to pay a bill with, So that's what I do. It's anyway.
All
Anything
that
else?
lovely stuff.
All that lovely shit.
All
You
that
know what
lovely
doesn't cost a dime?
Like, share and subscribe.
That's right. None of that costs a dime.
Not
Not
a
a single
dime.
charge to hit any of them buttons right there. Like, share, subscribe, right there.
You know what else
free of
doesn't
charge.
cost anything, John?
What does not cost anything?
For them to come back on Sunday or Tuesday or Thursday.
And not a dime.
Not a
Not a
dime.
dime. We're going to be here, too.
Yeah.
We're going to be here.
Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully. The internet hells out. I'll
barring
be here.
any weirdness. Yeah.
Any weirdness. We will be here. Covering the news of the day. And visiting. And that's what a whole lot of this is. It's good to be around like-minded people. And again,
Yep.
when
And
that's
sometimes we sidetrack and talk about
Yeah.
stuff. Weird
bad,
stuff.
weird stuff.
Sometimes it's barbecue. Sometimes it's
Shit,
you just never know.
you never know. And that's what's good about this show. You never know what the hell we're going to talk about.
You never know what you're
Whatever
going to get.
anybody brings
Just
out.
like a box of chocolates, We
That's
just
it.
don't know.
There you go. Hey, you ought to use that in a movie somewhere. Anyway.
Yeah, I think they ought to. I think I ought to get something for that. Oh.
Yeah, you should. I owe you a box of chocolates, baby.
There you go.
There you go.
In the meantime, we had some wonderful people that picked some chocolate and decided that they liked our chocolate.
Really? Who picked
Yeah.
that chocolate?
Well, we had Linda G. in New Jersey, Amber B. in Oregon, Ophelia N. in South Dakota, Bill B. in Missouri, and also Frank K. in Missouri. We got some Missouri going on there.
Outstanding.
And Mark M.
Yeah.
from Ontario, Canada. They all liked our chocolate.
Indeed. I hope they enjoyed every bite of it, baby. And I hope you invite somebody else to share in the sweetness of what is a Blue Dot Live show. Anyway, boy, howdy shit, that just said fall apart. Anyway, I appreciate those people tremendously, and yeah, if you have a hankering to share this shit, do that. Everybody needs to, because we need to. And again, not for selfish reasons. I recommend you do that to other shows that you watch, other sources of information. Keep this going. This
Now more
momentum
than
we
ever,
have.
it's important
Now,
because we might
yes.
lose some of what we used to be able to
What
watch,
we've
like
taken
PBS.
for granted for so long
Yeah,
that we think will just be there, and all of a sudden those things will be gone.
yeah.
Yeah. So fight for them now.
We
Anyway,
have to go
we're going to come
underground.
back here on Sunday and fight some more. So
Yeah.
we'll be here. We'll be here on Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday, and with any luck, no accidents, no nothing like that, I will put out a Beer and Bud Friday. So make sure your beer's on the ice. Make sure your bud is just right, and we'll get into it tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. And put a smile on your face. Give that shit away to somebody else. And we'll see you again on Sunday.